I'm Dr. Laura, Marine Science Agent in Walton and Okaloosa counties. And I'm partnering today with the 4-H agents to bring you Water Wednesday. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, marine debris. Now, it's not that marine debris makes me happy, but I love to educate people about marine debris, what it is, what's the harm in it, and what they can do about it. I have some examples here of some popular things that we find out in the ocean. Fishing line or monofilament line is something that we often find out in the ocean, along with the dreaded plastic water bottles with their plastic tops. Sometimes we find diapers or styrofoam cups that can last for 50 years in the water, or a six-pack rings that hold together all of these aluminum cans. These are all marine debris items that we find in the ocean. It's really any man-made material that ends up in the ocean. But today we're going to focus on one that's especially notorious, and that's plastic. The reason plastic is so bad is that it never goes away. It never biodegrades. It does photodegrade, which means it just breaks down into smaller and smaller pieces. But those pieces are very attractive to animals. And that's one of the biggest problems we have with plastic in the ocean, is that animals are attracted to it. Take this jellyfish in a jar. I don't know if you can see it well, but it's actually a plastic vegetable bag from Winn-Dixie floating in the water. But if you look close, it looks just like a jellyfish. Well, if it looks like a jellyfish to you, you can bet it looks like a jellyfish to turtles, and they'll be the first one to eat this jellyfish in a jar. We find plastics in all of our ocean creatures. We find them in the stomachs of birds, the stomachs of dolphins, whales, fish, and sea turtles. And this is why plastics all have a different density. Some of them float and some of them sink. And this is a problem because animals feed at different levels in the water. Turtles and birds feed at the top of the water. Fish and dolphins feed more in the middle column, and other fish and sharks feed at the bottom of the ocean. So today we're going to do a little experiment to just kind of show you how different plastics around your house may float or sink. So you can watch along here with me, and then you can try this at home by yourself. But you'll need a big jar that can hold water. I have a clear one here so that we can all see, but you could use a 5-gallon bucket or a tub, anything that you have. And then I've collected some plastic things that you might find around your house. So we're going to play the sink or float game. So the first thing I have here is a bottle cap off of a bottle of Diet Coke. What do you think? Float or sink? Oh, that's a floater. The next thing I have is something we all have at our picnics, a plastic spoon. What do you think? Float or sink? Ooh, that's a sinker. A ballpoint pen. Well, about half and half. Half of it floats, half of it sinks. Got a ping pong ball. Definitely a floater. And one of the things that we find most in our beach cleanups, a plastic straw. Also a floater. So these are all problems in the marine environment, but there is something everyone can do to help. The first thing you want to try to do is avoid single-use plastics. I always say, skip the straw. No, thank you. I don't need one. But if you're really into straws, perhaps you can substitute a pasta straw. These big noodles can act like straws for some of your drinks. Or you can go old-fashioned and use paper straws, which are often fun and colorful and work just as well, but are biodegradable. So we really like that. I encourage you all to carry a reusable water bottle instead of using plastic water bottles or getting plastic drinks at the store. Or perhaps a new alternative that I've seen on the market is boxed water, kind of like the milk cartons at school. They still have a plastic top on them, but they have much less plastic than your typical water bottle. I encourage you all, once we're allowed again, to participate in a beach cleanup with your family or perhaps your club. It's a lot of fun, a great way to get outside, and a terrific way to help keep plastics and other marine debris out of the environment. I really appreciate you listening today and hope I've made you think about maybe making some changes to your plastic use. So thanks for coming to Water Wednesday, and if you'd like more information, go to www.plasticaware.org. It's down in the comments. Thank you.